All right. If dating in Thailand is so easy, then why are you failing at it? We're going to get into that right now. Are you ready? Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
What's up? It's JJ, the Lonely Bull in Asia, here at Bistro M, down the street from my condo on Sukhumvit 24, having a caramel macchiato, cooling off. It's going to be another hot day today, and it's not even 9 o'clock in the morning yet. All right, we're going to talk about dating. We're going to talk about both kinds of dating, the short-term and long-term relationships. If you're looking for a long-term relationship, probably dating sites isn't always the best way to do that, and I'm going to get into a little bit why that is. Probably the best way to find a long-term relationship is to get out and be social. Join groups, activities where the Thai women will have similar interests that you do, pickleball, golf, whatever the case may be. Those are good groups to get involved in. You can find those in Facebook. You can also join Internations. That's a great organization where they always do meetups. There's all the other meetup groups, but basically find a place or find a group where you can meet like people. You know, go to church maybe. That would be another option. But hanging out at bars, probably not the best way. And dating sites aren't always the best option either. Here's what I found on dating sites. There are 5 types of Thai women you're going to find on dating sites, and I'm going to talk about these types, and I'm going to associate them with the age gap, because age gap dating is a big thing for expats. Retired expats come to Thailand or come to Southeast Asia to date. They want to date younger, beautiful Thai women. They don't want to date anybody their age. That's not impossible, but you have to understand the dynamics of the whole thing. So first of all, there's the freelancers you're going to find online. Online dating apps are the new walking street. These girls no longer have to hit the pavement to find customers every night. They can do it online. They can find their customers online. So you have to watch out for that. The big red flags, if you see a young, beautiful Thai girl on a dating app and there's nothing on their profile, probably 95% of the time she's a freelancer. If her age range is between 18 and 65 or 18 and 70 or whatever the max age range is, and there's nothing on her profile, probably a freelancer. If she has her Instagram or her WhatsApp number or her Line ID right there in her profile, probably a freelancer. If she's not, do you really want to have a girlfriend that has her number out there for every guy that's on a dating site to see? Probably not. If you see her pictures and she's in a hotel room and a different hotel room in every picture, probably a freelancer or a sugar baby, one of the two. But if you're into those kind of dates, you're going to find that there's no age range, there's no age gap issues. They'll be as young as 18 and date as old as 70 or more, whatever. You know, as long as you pay, you get to play, so to speak. So there's that. The second type of online women you're going to find are the high maintenance women. The high maintenance women are the ones that you're always going to have to go to the fanciest restaurants. They're not satisfied with night markets and street food. You have to go to fancy restaurants, fancy rooftop bars, fancy malls and fancy areas in town with the high-end stores where you're finding the Gucci bags for. That's the high maintenance. And you're going to find that out if you're on those dating sites. You're going to see she's got pictures of her in all kinds of different countries, Paris, Tokyo, Kuala Lumpur, wherever she's there, and you can tell, you can bet your bottom dollar that somebody paid for those trips for her. So that's a high maintenance woman. If you're okay with that, you can find a high maintenance woman and get in a relationship with her, but you're always going to have to be giving up that money. So if you've got the money to do it and you want to get that beautiful young Thai woman, that trophy wife, so to speak, that's available for you if you're okay with paying that. Now, the high maintenance woman is probably going to have an age gap no more than 25 years old, maybe hit 30-year age gap. So if she's 25, if you're 50 or 55, you probably can date her as long as you're dishing out the cash. Okay? If you're 60, you're not going to get a 25-year-old high maintenance woman, most likely, maybe 30. Next type of woman, the high-end date. So the high-end date is one where it's basically what you get out of it is you get to show off that you're with a beautiful woman for the night. So maybe with your guy friends, or just being out and being with, having company of a beautiful young Thai woman. You get nothing in return. She gets a free dinner, free drinks, whatever the case may be, usually at a rooftop bar or a high-end restaurant, whatever the case may be. She gets the free drinks and the free food. You get nothing. You don't even get a peck on the cheek. Good night. That's high-end dating. So basically it's just for show for you guys, to show that, hey, I'm out with a beautiful woman, look at me. But that's it. You get the girlfriend experience for one night, but it ends after the date. It doesn't go any farther than that. Those are the ones I would completely avoid. But if you're okay with having a high-end date for the night just to show off, you can probably do that. You probably get a 15 to 20-year age gap max, but that's about it. Number 4 is, I don't want to call it the desperate housewife, but I would call it more like the, the older, maybe a single mom that's ready to settle down. Now, these are the type that if you're really looking for a relationship, these are the type I would look seriously into, because one, you can find these women and get a pretty large age gap if you're into that. You could be a 60-year-old and date a 30-year-old, or a 65 and date a 35-year-old. Maybe even a 30, you might even get a 30 to 35-year age gap. Because these women they've been married before, maybe they're divorced, widowed, probably a single mom. They're getting to that age where they're looking for a full-time companionship because they are older and they see that they're not getting any younger. So, for lack of a better term, I would, you could say desperate, but not, I don't know, that might be too extreme a term to use, but they're ready to settle down, and they're not looking so much at good-looking men. More, they're looking at somebody that can take care of them and their child, maybe have that security, have that stability, and feel safe. They're a little older. They can be a little more clingy, which can be a good thing. But that's that age gap. You can probably find 30, maybe 35-year age gap on those. So there you go. There's that. And then finally, you've got the sincere woman. The sincere or serious woman, they could be anywhere from 25 on up. They probably have a good job, so they don't need your money. They're looking for someone sincere, and when they look at that, they look at somebody that's older, because they don't want to date somebody their age, because somebody their age is probably still sowing their wild oats, so to speak. So they're not ready for that type of relationship. They want somebody that's done all that and they're ready to settle down. They want a mature man in their life, somebody that's stable, somebody that has a good income. Not to be a sugar daddy, but just to supplement what they have. Because they've got a good job too. So you've got that great dynamic there, and you can probably find a serious woman in her 30s that will date somebody up to 60 years old. So we're talking 20, 25-year age gap. So, and if you find a 40-year-old Thai woman, she probably looks like she's 30 or late 20s. So you could be a 65-year-old man and date a 40-year-old woman, and she'll be beautiful, and you'll be like the envy of all your friends back in the West. So those are the 5 types of women that you should date, or that you'll find on dating sites. But if you're having issues with dating, so let's get into that. Maybe you're in the wrong category. So why is it hard for you to date? You're probably in the wrong category. You're probably looking at the wrong age. So if you're a 65-year-old retired expat that wants to move to Thailand, or is living in Thailand or Bangkok, and you're having a hard time finding a girlfriend, it's because you're looking in the wrong age group. If you're looking for a full-time relationship and you're 65, you're looking at a 20 to 25-year-old, it's not going to happen. So you need to change your age variables. Look for somebody a little older, and you can have a lot better luck. So let's talk a little bit about age gaps. So why age gaps aren't always what you think they are. So younger women will date older men for a variety of reasons. One is economics. The economic realities in Thailand, they're looking for security. They're looking for a better future. They're looking for something that's more practical. So those are the things that they will be looking at when they're looking to find a boyfriend, a future husband, possibly a long-term relationship. They're also looking at that traditional family dynamics. So a partner is somebody that can provide for them, have that stability, support, both emotionally and financially. So that's something that's important for them, especially rural women. Now, here in Bangkok, you can find those beautiful rural women here because they come here to work. So there's a lot of women here that aren't from Bangkok. They move here from Isan or somewhere else, and they work here, or they live here in Bangkok now. So Thai women find older men, older foreign men, more mature, very attentive, both emotionally available and physically available, and they don't have that traditional Thai male expectations, okay? So if you're a foreigner looking for a Thai woman, these are the things they're looking for. So the average age gap between a foreigner and a Thai woman probably going to be about 15 to 20 years. Obviously it goes, you can get younger, you get older, but that's probably an average would be 15 to 20 years. So if you're 60 years old and you're retired living here in Bangkok, a 40-year-old is not out of the question. Now, you might be able to find somebody that's a little younger, 25 years old. It's going to be a little harder. So like I said, don't outkick your coverage, guys. Look for the red flags too. When you're on these dating sites, if the woman is solely focused on financial gain, that's a huge red flag. Unless you've got the money and you're willing to do that, if you're okay with having that trophy wife, then by all means go for it. If you're okay spending that money. But as soon as the money runs out, she's gone. So just know that's going to happen. If they're looking for excessive demands or they're high maintenance, if you're okay with that sort of lifestyle, that's fine. If you're not, then move on, because if they're looking at, like I said, shopping at the high-end stores all the time, you buying the most expensive items for them, the most expensive restaurants, the high-end rooftop bars, if that's what they want to do, then, and you're not into that, then move on. You can find somebody better. If you're on those dating sites, a couple of red flags for you to look at. If you look at a profile and she has nothing written in her profile, that's probably, I would say 95% of the time, she's probably a freelancer. She's got nothing to say. Or if she just has her Instagram account, her line, or her WhatsApp number, probably a freelancer, or just looking for people to follow her on those accounts. If all her pictures are her in bathing suits, bikinis, lingerie, she's a freelancer. If all her pictures are her in really nice outfits at really nice restaurants and bars and rooftops, probably a high maintenance woman or possibly a freelancer. If all her pictures are in a different hotel room in each picture, she's a freelancer. If she's got pictures of her on vacation everywhere, all over the world, she's high maintenance. Now, if you got the money to do that, go for it. If all her pictures are selfies, she's all about herself. And you don't want that, guys, trust me. So those are some of the red flags. Those are some of the age gap things that I wanted to tell you guys about. If you're looking for a beautiful Thai woman, here's what I would suggest for a long-term relationship. Bump up your age a little bit to maybe over 30, 35, or 40. Don't discount the single moms. The single moms can be your best thing ever. They are truly the sincere women. They're the ones, you know, maybe they're a little clingy, but if you want a relationship, there's nothing wrong with being clingy in my mind. If that's the only woman you want to be with, then why not, right? The thing I would look at if it's a single mom though is, one, if the child is too young, like I would say under 5 years old, probably not a good thing. I don't want kids in diapers, I don't want crying babies, I don't want anything like that. If they're over 18, that's probably okay because they're probably either out of the house or getting ready to get out of the house, so you're fine there. The other thing I would look at would be a no-go for me is if the father is still heavily involved with the child. I went through that in the US with my last marriage, and it was not fun having to deal with the father of my stepkids. It was horrible. It was always me against everybody, and that was not good, and it would be the same here. So I would definitely not even entertain dating a woman who has a child whose father of the child is still involved with the child. That would not be good. More than one kid probably be an issue for me too. But like I said, don't discount the single moms because they could be the best companion that you could ever want because they want to do right for you. And they've got a vested interest to take care of them and their child. And if you can do that, if you can be that stable person, then that's probably a good situation for you. So there you go. There's my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to hit that 18,000 subscriber. I'd appreciate that. And if you want to know more about living in Thailand, check out the playlist right here, and I'll tell you more about it. Until next time, live life, my friend. Sabai sabai. Talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.